Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video discussing a limited edition of products that I still love and wish they never went out of stock, if that they were just kept on the market and they're definitely worth every penny that I've paid for and that I love. This video is also in collab with Alex from One Beauty Addict. So if you guys have not checked out her channel, definitely check her channel. It will be linked down below. I really have been enjoying her channel. She does beauty related videos. She does project pans, hauls, reviews, flashback videos of hauls that she had previously done and what she thinks of them. So if you guys are interested in anything about makeup, definitely check out her video. She's amazing. You will not be let down with that. So definitely check her out. If you're coming from Alex's channel, welcome. My name is Mariela. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. And yeah, if you are interested to see what limited edition products I have been enjoying and loving and I wish they were never gone, then just continue watching. These products that I'm going to mention aren't available anymore, which definitely sucks regarding like limited edition of products where you need to get it, and if you don't, it takes a little bit to be sold out because they usually do like restocks and stuff like that. But I wanted to discuss these products right here. So if you have them in your collection and you haven't pulled them out in a while, definitely pull them out. We did spend our hard-earned money on these products, so they definitely deserve some love. And I think I'm going to start off with eyeshadow palettes because that's definitely the most exciting to me anyways. I have a lot more eyeshadow palettes than anything else. So the first eyeshadow palette that's limited edition, of course everything in this video is limited edition that I know of, is this one by Huda Beauty. This is the Topaz Obsessions palette. This came out with the Stone Obsessions, I think. But this one is in Topaz again. They have like 4 or 5 other ones as well. And here's what the inside looks like. This is definitely limited edition. It does say on the Sephora site. I really like this palette because it's really pigmented. It's really small and compact. And the colors in here are just super pretty. If you love warm tone eye looks, you will love this. I love the mattes in here. I love the shimmer shades in here. They're just really nice and pigmented. And here are some swatches. This palette does retail for $29 and I just like how small and compact this is. It's really travel friendly, so this is definitely a limited edition product that I love. Another one that I recently hauled is by Dose of Colors and Desi Times Katie. The packaging is super pretty and the inside is beautiful as well. This is a perfect like everyday palette because you have like those everyday shades you'd need. You got a highlight shade, a crease shade, an outer corner shade, and then you got these pretty like shimmery shades. This one is more like just applying kind of some shimmer on top of a shadow because it's not super opaque. But this shadow and the green are beautiful and really opaque, and they apply to the lids super pretty. Look at it's these 2 bottom ones. Very beautiful shades. I've really been enjoying this palette. This is limited edition, but it is still available. So if you're interested in this and you're like kind of debating whether you want it or not, I say go ahead and pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. One that is gone and you can't pick up anymore is this one by ABH times Mario. So this is the master palette. I don't know how to say Mario's last name, but he is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, and he came out with this palette right here, and this palette I love. I remember when I first got this palette, I loved how creamy and buttery these shades were, and it's just like pretty jewel tone shades in here. ABH shadows kind of come like powdery and stuff. But this palette wasn't that way. It was super pretty and smooth. And again, I'm just like really in love with like the jewel tone shades that you get in this palette. I think they may be coming out with another collab. This one did sell out super quickly and it went really fast. I don't know if they ever did a restock or not, but I was able to get my hands on it. I need to pull it out again because it's been a minute since I've used it, but every time I do use this palette, I love it. Another collab product that I really enjoyed was this one by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. This is the Dream Street palette. She has come out with other palettes with them, but this is definitely one of my favorites. I love that you get like everyday shades and then you get some pops of colors with the red and the blues. Colourpop shadows are really one of my favorite affordable formulas, and just like in general picking up their palettes, I really like how they have like wearable palettes and neutral palettes, and then they have like fun palettes as well. But again, this is one of my favorites that is limited edition. This is still available. Luckily, a lot of the products that I'm talking about are still available, but there are some that aren't. So again, I just really like the palette. The color scheme is beautiful to me, and another one that I love. And then the last palette that was, I think, pretty sure this is limited edition, was by ABH Cosmetics. This is the Weekend Festival palette. This is affordable, and on this one I love that you get bright shades and also like these warm tone shades over here that are pretty wearable for every day. I love how pigmented these are as well, and they blend out really nicely. Look at this. Look how bright those are. And this palette's affordable. It's probably like $10 to $15 around there. And I believe it's limited edition. I'm pretty sure it is. I believe also that it is still available. So again, another great palette to have in your collection. If you have this, pull it out. You get, again, pops of color, whereas also you can create a lot of wearable looks with this palette as well. Really enjoy this. So maybe we should stick with palettes. I have 3 blush palettes and 1 like blush slash highlight slash bronzer palette. The first one is by Too Faced. This is the Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush Wardrobe. This one, they just put all of their heart-shaped blushes in one, and here is what it looks like. Let me turn it up so you guys can see the hearts. But look how pretty this palette is. I believe this is no longer available. This was limited edition. They do still have the heart-shaped blushes. And I love that you get all of their heart-shaped blushes in this little palette here. I've had this for so long, but I just love it. I love that I get like the everyday shades. I get an orangey, a pinkish, and then you also get these like purpley type shades as well. This is definitely one that I use a lot, like in the background, not like really on camera, just because you can't pick it up. One that is available right now, but it is limited edition, is this one by Becca and Chloe times Malika. And this one's the Chloe palette. This one is currently on sale right now at Sephora and Ulta. But here's what this palette looks like. I love how wearable this is. It has pigmentation, but it's not like super pigmented where you have to be careful to use it. It does kind of just give like a sheen onto the cheeks. The blushes do. The bronzer is really nice. It's more like of a satin type finish bronzer. The highlight is super pretty as well. It's on my knuckles there. Super pretty. It looks really nice and pretty on the skin, on the cheekbones. I just really enjoy this palette. This is one that I wish wasn't limited edition. Again, you can get this right now for 50% off. I think it's like 20 something dollars, where I paid like 40, I think. So I would recommend this, that I've again love. One that isn't available anymore and I wish they would bring it back is by ABH. It's the Blush Kit in Radiant. Here's the outer packaging. I actually picked this one up from Marshall's like I think a year or so ago. This is one that I love during the fall time because these shades right here are definitely my types of shades during the fall season and winter season. I just really like those burnt colors that are in this palette. And again, unfortunately, this palette is no longer available. It was limited edition. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to double check and make sure. But I'm pretty sure it was limited edition. They don't have it anymore. It's not on the ABH site or Sephora. I remember trying to link it in a video and they didn't have it anymore. But again, I just really love these burnt shades. A little bit goes a long way with these. And unfortunately, they don't have this anymore, but I do love it. Another one that this is newer to my collection, I picked up at the end of last year, and this is by Tarte. This is the Tartelette blush book. They always come out with blush books every holiday season, and I picked up the big blush book too. I really love Tarte's formulas, but that one is just like a big round blush palette, and I don't like to depot stuff from the original packaging. I just don't like to do that. But when I saw this, how small and compact this was, I was like, let me go ahead and pick it up. And then they also did have a sale. I got it for $20 or $25, something like that. But you get like all of these blush shades. You also do get a bronzer, which is this one, and then a highlighter as well. And I just really like, again, how small and compact. These shadows aren't that big. You get 0.084 ounces times 10, it says, so each one is 0.084. And how often do we actually go through like blushes? Because I know I don't. you can take this with you for traveling and how many options you have for blush. I don't really like this for bronzer, so I've just kind of been mixing it with like different shades in with other blushes to mix with the bronzer. But the highlight is nice. It's nice like everyday kind of highlight, not too blinding that it looks a little too much, you know. But another limited edition product that I love. I have a few more products left. Next up, I'm going to go with some highlighters. The first one is by Becca times Jaclyn Hill. This one's in a Champagne Pop. I picked this up when it was in collab with her. I even have this little thing that says Becca times Jaclyn Hill. I believe they still sell this, but it's not in collab with her anymore. I'm not totally sure, so you can still pick this up. But as you can see, obviously I love this. I also did have it in a Project Pan one, I think last year, and I just really like it. It's like a peachy gold type highlighter. It's really nice and blinding. Becca formulas are really nice and pigmented. I usually go for like pinkies or like golds, but I don't have like a peachy gold type highlight. This is again one limited edition product that I still use and really love. Another one that's unfortunately out of stock. You can't get this anymore because I've tried to link it like recently and I couldn't find it. Maybe if you look on eBay or something, but you'll probably be paying an arm and a leg. This one was a really good collab. This is the Maybelline times Puma in the shade Knockout. This is pretty much unique to my collection as well because it's kind of like a rose gold type of highlighter. This is really smooth and buttery, just like touching it and swatching it. But here is a swatch of it. You can see it's kind of like a pink, like a rose gold type highlight. It's super pretty, and again it's super smooth and blinding. A little bit goes a long way. This is really unique to my collection because I don't again reach for a lot of these types of highlighters, and it's super unique and beautiful. I don't know if the camera's picking it up how like rose gold, but it does have like gold in it as well. It's so pretty. Like if you have this, pull it out. It's super pretty. And then one that was a collab with Dose of Colors and I Love Sarai is in the shade Soulmate. Last year, I believe. Last year? I think so. But again, gold highlighter. This is super pretty. This is not, it doesn't feel as smooth as the Maybelline one, but it is still very beautiful. In the packaging, it looks kind of dark, but as you can see when you swatch it, it's not as dark as it looks like in the packaging. And here is a swatch, and here's what that looks like. As you can see, this is very blinding. A little bit goes a long way with this as well. But I really love this highlighter. I also have Bathe, which is like the pinky one. I love Soulmate just because my skin is more warm base, so I like golds on my skin, like highlighters, more than pinky ones. I want to mention these also by Colourpop. These are the Supernova shadows. I have one that's a collab with Kathleen Lights, which this is called Constellation, and I figured these would be count as limited edition products just because Colourpop is always constantly coming out with a lot of products where they discontinue shades and come out with other shades, but this one is in Constellation. This one, again, it was in collab with Kathleen Lights. I like how wearable this shade is down here. This is for the eyes if you want like a pop of shimmer, and I really like this shade. I also really like a shade called Lucky Penny, and it's kind of like it reflects like a mint type color. I would go get it, but it's in my restroom and my husband's sleeping because he's been on nights, so I don't want to keep going in there. And then one that I super love as well was this one called Now or Never, and they unfortunately don't have this anymore, and I unfortunately have to declutter this because it's kind of dried out. That's the only sucky thing about these, that they do dry out. See, I really like these Super Shock shadows. They kind of remind me of like the Stila Glitter and Glows. Adds that little right amount of shimmer and glitter to your lids, and they're really affordable as well. I believe they're like $6, and Colourpop always has like sales, so you can get them I think like $4 or so. Really affordable, pretty comparable to the Stila Glitter and Glows. They're not as glittery as the Stila Glitter and Glows, but they're really nice, and they're a pretty like really close option if you want something affordable. The last two products I have here are lip products. The first one is by Too Faced. This is the Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Lipstick in Gingerbread Girl. Again, this came out in the holiday season last year. They don't have this anymore, and I just love this color. It's like the burnt red brown type color. So gorgeous. This is definitely one of my favorite limited edition products I have in my collection. They don't sell this anymore. If you want something similar, I did find that Shook by Kylie Cosmetics is pretty comparable. As you can see there, this one is Kylie Cosmetics. So they don't have Gingerbread Girl anymore, but I don't believe this Kylie Cosmetics Shook lipstick is a limited edition. But as you can see, they're pretty comparable. So if you want something similar to Gingerbread Girl, I'd try the Kylie Cosmetics. This is super pretty. I love the formula. I love how matte it is, how long lasting. The shade is stunning. I love like these red brown type shades during fall and winter time. Super pretty. Another one that is limited edition that is still available, you can pick it up, is by Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Human Nature. I love the packaging on this. It's so gorgeous. I love Jeffree Star Cosmetic lippies as well. And this shade is pretty. It's like a deepened mauve type color. Very gorgeous. Again, what mostly stands out to me is the packaging, but the shade is also a plus, and I just really like this color. So, and I love the packaging. So limited edition, I'm like, I need this in my collection. Like, it's super pretty and really glittery and beautiful. So those are all of my limited edition products that I have in my collection that I love. Let me know down below if you love any of the products that I mentioned. Also, don't forget to check out Alex's video. I will link it down below, as well as her channel. And if you're coming from Alex's channel, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing, and let me know what limited edition products you've been loving. Maybe it's none of these that I mentioned. What products do you love? Maybe I have in my collection that I need to pull out. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!